I'd like to welcome the next speaker to the stage, Cadence Gamba.
Thanks. Hello? It's 6:40 a.m. The lights get flicked on, and all the little fifth graders zip into their jackets and all the way up to their chins. Eyes barely open, they march out into the cold, brisk air that turns their noses red. I petition for silence. I have them follow me for a few minutes into a gorgeous clearing into the woods. I then have them circle up. I explain what the next 10 minutes are going to look like. Then I send them on their way. Our silent sunrise reflection time has begun. Hi, my name is Cadence Gamba, and for my senior learning experience, I got to work at the place where I've dreamed about visiting, but was not able to, like most fifth graders in TPS. Finally, 7 years later than most, I attended Ballarat. While interning with Ballarat, I was given the opportunity to really jump in and lead any part that I felt passionate about. Without any hesitation, I knew I wanted to help run the sunrise hike. One I believe to be overlooked by the infamous solo night hike, yet one that has equal importance. So let's get back to that story. I have now challenged the most ambitious species on the planet, fifth graders, to sit still and quiet for 5 minutes. I know, practically an impossible task. Minute after minute, I watched them squirm and sit in the uncomfortableness of their own presence. Many of them just spent that time looking around at their surroundings and placement of friends. Once the 5 minutes were up, I challenged them to do the same thing again. But this time, I wanted them to find a location with a different perspective. As I said go, it took less than half the time than the first round, and almost every single one of them already had a spot in mind that they desired. I then observed for the next 5 minutes real stillness and what looked to be like real reflection. This trend seemed to continue with every group I worked with. During that second round, all the fifth graders had a lot more freedom when selecting the place they wanted to reflect in, almost as if the first round was just checking out all of their surroundings and their options. That ability to have choice was something I didn't find enough value in until it was taken from me. I've been on 2 senior solos this year. The first one was conducted by the school. They picked the overall location in each one of our individual placements. I was so excited about the overall experience that I had no problem with the requirement to do it. Yet, I didn't feel any attachment to the piece of land my tent laid on. Unfortunately, that solo had to end early, and I never got to experience that full 48 hours. So, a few weeks ago, 11 students and I decided to make that happen. We felt like we really needed to experience it. So we did. And we picked the day. And we picked the location. And I even got to pick where I placed my tent. Within the first 20 minutes, I knew this felt better. And this is because I had choice. I was able to put myself into a situation that I could connect with. I finally understood what the fifth graders had experienced. The second they got to pick a place that they wanted to reflect in, it had way more meaning. When they obtained the ability to reflect in their own way without a prompt, the overall experience elevated. By having choice, meaningful experiences become more authentic. When you have choice, you get to shape an experience in a way in which you desire. The overall outcome is far greater. And that's why it's important to not only seek out choice, but give others the opportunity of it as well. There's a reason so many middle schoolers look forward to high school. That ability to pick your electives, choice makes learning more authentic. There's a reason so many high school students look forward to college, getting to pick something you're interested in and undertake it. When you give a person the ability to choose, you are empowering them to make the best choice from themselves. I get it now. I now see why my parents let me choose between which vegetables I wanted to eat, why teachers give us 3 options on how we want to demonstrate our learning, and why my babysitter let me pick between 5 or 10 minutes before we left the park. Because it should always be my choice. And I know what my last big choice was. What's going to be yours? Thank you.